Hey everyone, welcome to today's Resonite recap stream. Hello, hello. Today I'm going to be hosting for the recap, as well as we have Aegis from the art team and Godly with engineering. And yeah, we're going to be setting it off. Godly is going to be taking it away for us, and they're going to be talking about everything technical. Also, this stream is going to be a little bit shorter today. The reason why it's a little bit smaller today is a lot of people are out and traveling. We're out and about, so that's why it's only three of us right now. But all good. But yeah, okay. Well, I'll hand it off to Godly, and they can talk about our first slide.
All right. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the nerd stuff this time around. And the engineering team, of course, has been pretty hard at work at all kinds of goodies. A lot of it still kind of work in progress, but there has been some pretty significant improvements that have been released as well. So starting off, I'm just going to talk about the Cloudflare improvements that we pushed out a week or so ago. So the biggest, just TLDR of that whole thing, we made assets load faster when you don't have them cached. So the first time you are downloading assets, like when you first visit a world, or you first see an avatar or any item, really, that's you download those assets from our CDN, which is a content delivery network for those not in the know. And basically, it's just super fancy, super distributed file storage and servers to, give those files to you. So what we did is basically we enabled and forced caching for pretty much any asset that's stored in our cloud. We use Cloudflare as the CDN service, so that sits in front of the asset storage. And Cloudflare has servers all over the world. And since we enabled caching, basically those assets are being stored locally on each of those servers whenever possible. You usually will connect to the server that's closest to you, so you get more throughput and lower latency to it. Just kind of generally speeding up asset loading if anyone else vaguely in the region has downloaded it before. So just general kind of boost to initial asset loading performance, which is really, really nice. But alongside that, actually, it kind of also has the benefit of ensuring that we are reading from the original asset storage a whole lot less. And that is metered on the back end. It's measured how many times we're reading those assets. And the cache sitting in front of it means that has to happen a whole lot less, which is pretty cool because that generates a whole lot less load on that, the back-end storage, and also results in some cost savings. So happy performance improvements and cost savings. Nobody can say no to that, I think. The most significant change there is that telecom users, they previously had significant issues with downloading assets from the CDN, and that basically is gone. Previously, they would see maybe anywhere between 100 and 200 kilobytes per second downloads from the CDN, which is terrible, especially when you're downloading, potentially hundreds of megabytes of stuff for a world. But now, thanks to some other changes we made to the CDN, that problem is pretty much totally solved. We've gotten reports from several telecom ISP users in Germany that they can now download at their full speed, the speed they pay for from their ISP, which is, that's what we want. Now, we've got just a couple of little charts here. I'm going to skip to the next one, actually, because this right here, this chart, I really like this chart personally. This is when I first implemented the changes for, the CDN caching and everything. And the blue line that, very spiky, very high in the beginning, that one is the assets being served from the origin storage where, the assets actually live typically. And the orange line is what's being served by the cache. You can see that we were caching like some things a little bit beforehand, but like that spot right in the middle where like they just completely swap. That's when the caching stuff was. All of those changes were made, so you can see pretty quickly that like the vast majority of asset transfers that are happening from Cloudflare's cache, which is awesome. And then the next chart I'm going to show here, that one is just from basically the last 24 hours. Well, it was a 24-hour period from yesterday. Now that those changes have been implemented for about a week, 2 weeks, somewhere in between there, almost everything's being served from cache, which is, yeah, it's just lovely. These charts make me very happy. For the moment, I'm going to go ahead and hand over to Aegis, and Aegis is going to talk about the art team stuff that has happened.
So, throughout the week of October and at the end of September, or actually September, of course, lots of different things happened throughout the art team. One of the major things was getting stuff ready for the event of our 2nd-year anniversary, which just happened not too long ago, as in very recent. So one of the things that RustyBot and myself and a few others on the team have went and collaborated together to create is a new item, or a few new items in your the Resonite Essentials folder, in a new subfolder called Event Items, and it is the stamp book. It's this thing right here. Now, what this is, and what we did for our 2nd-year anniversary event, is we made a system where the stamp book paired with this stamper, you can put a picture within this stamper right here, and it snaps right in. And you find a blank page on this stamp book here, and I accidentally stamped it, but
It's okay.
there you go. Yep. And people have been hosting their own worlds in a block party. It was a plan devised by Chroma originally, and essentially people RSVP'd their worlds to host, and each person got to make their own kind of little event or get together or party, and they were encouraged to make their own like world themed stamp or stamps. Some people even did scavenger hunts or challenges or fun gimmicks with it, which is pretty neat.
Do you remember the amount of people who actually submitted for the event? I think it was over 70 plus people, right?
Over 70, about 73.
73, yeah.
Submissions, which a lot.
Yeah, that was incredible. I don't think anybody was expecting that many independent like party sessions to RSVP.
We're doing this again, definitely. It was really fun. And alongside that, one of the things that the art team was working on as well is a brand new world that is actually available right now called Resonite. And that was also one of the worlds that we hosted alongside the block party. And it was also streamed as a music event with a brand new world environment and lots of music visualizations. I even blew up a planet for it too. But it was a no clip. But yes, here is said blown up planet. No regrets on that. And let me get the venue itself. There we go.
Yeah.
This world has a whole list of different environmental things that react to music and sound. There's a control panel within the inside of a dome area that you can add in your own links to videos and such and mess around with the different settings there to have your own events there if you want.
Yeah, the team and the community really did an excellent job with making the world so beautiful. And there's also little rooms on the sides, so then you can socialize with people. The whole space is almost feeling like it's on a big asteroid and has lots of really amazing elements throughout the skybox. And actually, I have a quick 1-minute video that I can show for the world, so we'll just put that right there.
Command and control.
Yep, and that's the world. Additionally, today, Fur Earthers actually does have that session also hosted. So if you want to party with friends today, you can actually join that and hang out with some individuals.
More improvements to the world and the environment will come over time as well too. There's definitely a lot of things that we learned when building that thing too. We kind of pushed some like limits in regards of like visuals and techniques. Learned a lot of stuff building it, for sure.
They even did some more optimization. So if you were there during our anniversary and it was a little bit heavy for you, the world should actually perform quite a bit better for you now as well.
As well as there's options within the radio menu to change the different visuals and settings within the world to suit your needs. Also, in addition to the Resonite and the anniversary event, there are a few other things that happen throughout the month. First off, I'd like to note that Ravi went through and updated our events facet. There were some bugs that popped up. One of them in particular was a rendering issue about the highlighted active events. You can even see right now the Campfire Friday going on right there. There was a problem where you couldn't click on the event to see we both clicked on it, but to see the current event description, as well as a rendering issue that was on the dashboard that was also fixed too. Figured showcase this as well again, so that people know that it exists, and that's where you can find a lot of variety of different events, and you can submit your own too, to also appear on that panel.
Please do. We need more events.
And where can we find that panel?
Within the Resonite Essentials in the base folder, and a few other things here and there within the art team happened too. There was the asset placement tool that has been finally set up, and in the miscellaneous tools folder, as well as this vine planting tool has been also created. I can just start planting vines around here.
Can I put vines on me, or does it work on characters?
I mean, as long as there's a collider, so if I point at it,
hey,
now they're growing off of you.
Turning into a plant dragon.
You're even more green.
Perfect. That's the way I like it.
It even has a nice UI now that you can adjust the parameters.
You're gonna put some along the front here? Just
I could.
Show that real quick. Oh, here, I'll actually just go to smooth POV so y'all can see that.
It's a simple tooltip tool that uses a tool simulator with a brush. Actually, two brushes. One for the vines and one for the leaves. I can just start planting them around. Usually it's best paired with a glue tool. You basically make a few of these, glue them together.
Hey, actually, you could even probably put them around the pumpkins and, have that for having it be festive and whatnot.
And we also have a new addition to our cast here.
Oh, they
They'll be joining us.
Nice to have you here, Bob.
okay.
Welcome. The great pumpkin from Snoopy, just rising up from the ground.
Push that over. There we go.
Perfect.
There we
I
go.
think the cover.
You were much better than a pumpkin, Bob.
Okay.
One more addition that,
Oh, here it comes.
yeah, here
We
it
got a
comes.
new avatar in the essentials.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't think
there's
that-
no
Can you make
collision.
Here, let me give you collisions real quick. There you go. Oh,
Oh, it has a jump effect. That's pretty neat.
oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Whoa. You moved.
Okay,
Um,
I'm alive. I'm
just go,
back.
just go
So,
no clip it.
this
Yeah,
is-
you're fine.
yeah.
Sorry.
This avatar is now within the Resonite Essentials created by Chroma for the Resonite trailer. It is a very interesting avatar, and when you go into the avatar, you hold both triggers, and it creates a little charge sound, and you'd start jumping around.
Very cute.
Its name, as Chroma called it as well, too, matches the description of the avatar as well. You'll be able to find the butt frog within the avatars folder in the essentials. Chroma's also going through and getting ready for
My apologies. There is no more collision.
We're gonna need an official floor abuse counter for the
You know what?
recap
let me-
streams. Yeah.
let me actually. While you guys talk, I'll create a floor for y'all so that you can stand on that. There you go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So next thing on the docket here, we just want to talk about some general quality of life improvements that have been made recently. First and foremost, the implementation of Open Lip Sync, which is a community-made open source library, I think primarily driven by Kyubi or Kyubi. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me if I did not get that right at all. But basically, that library allows us to have a cross-platform mechanism to handle Vizemes. The library we have traditionally been using, that's OVR lip sync, I think. That is a proprietary one originally made by HTC, or no, Oculus. And it hasn't really been like super maintained or updated in a long time. And it doesn't have any Linux support. Open Lip Sync, the community library, does have Linux support. It supports like pretty much any platform. So not only is it open source, but it actually lets us support, Vizemes on Linux again natively, which is great because post splitting, that was one of the missing things when we started pushing out the splitting builds. So that is largely solved, and no matter what platform you're on, you can actually, even on Windows, you can opt into using that instead of the old lip sync library just by modifying a component on your avatar. It, depending on just how you like the way it looks, you may have reasons to prefer one over the other. So we just give everyone the option. On Linux, of course, though, Open Lip Sync is the option because the other one doesn't have any Linux support. So now, internally, we also actually have some new mechanisms to mess with the taskbar icon of the render on your computer. So we have some new little features where your profile icon, your profile picture in Resonite actually shows up on the taskbar icon. We're also working on potentially displaying like your unread message count on there as well. That's kind of in the pipeline, so that may be coming out soon. And this also gives us the ability to much more easily customize that for like business customers and such, which was a big improvement for them. Prime certainly appreciated the the improvements behind the scenes there on making those builds much more practical. Then on top of all that, we've also just made some little improvements to some of the protoflex nodes. Again, in the splitting kind of cutover, there was one oddity in we'll say migration, right? Like going between pre-splitting to post-splitting. There was some oddities in just the way the old .mono .NET runtime worked and the new .NET runtime, the modern one, works. And one of the biggest things that was remaining was basically the way string comparisons are handled, and this actually affected a select few, not very many, but it did affect some existing content with their protoflux, because just the difference in string comparison behavior, there could just be slightly different results from what happened before. So we added a way to be specific about the comparison mode for two of the nodes, replace substring and replace first substring. So when you're doing string replacements and it's searching for the string to replace, that comparison mode can be manually specified now, which basically allows that problem to be completely worked around, bypassed. So I think that's about it for the general quality of life improvements. We do also on the engineering team have quite a few things still work in progress. Some of it which has been talked about in the devlog, and some of it actually even dating back quite a while. Lots of refactoring going on in the cloud. There is work in progress stuff for the renderer restarting automatically, and just a few other things that if you ever want to check into what's going on, just check out the devlog. Pretty much everything is posted in there.
We have obtained a rue.
Oh, we have a rue now.
So next on us is ongoings with the platform. Yeah, so what we got going is our Resonite Halloween party. Our Resonite Halloween party is going to be actually on the date of Halloween. It's going to last for a few hours. We still don't have a set date for it yet, but we are going to be making an announcement on our Discord channel. This year, no matter what, if you participate in the event, you will be receiving a special Halloween type badge. We also will be doing a costume parade. I know a lot of people have been inquiring about the costume contest, but to make it feel a little bit more relaxed and more for fun, you'll get a thing for participating in the costume parade for making out your character and having that as such.
If it's on Halloween, isn't that the 31st then?
Yep, it will be on the 31st. Meaning so more time, which time that'll be at, because we want to be sure that it can be good for people in time zones. But yeah, we'll have more details about that soon, so keep an eye out on our announcements channel on our Discord. We also have a meetup at BLFC. So check out the schedule for the details on that. It's going to be at 4 p.m. PDT Tuesday, and it'll be a fun meet and greet at the third stage. So if anyone is going to be around there during that time at BLFC, please come out and say hello to us, and and see also other Resonite players and users that you know about and such. So, and also,
be there.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'll be there. They'll be there. They'll be there. I think Bob will be
there, yeah.
out. I think Bob is actually going to be out and about. Where perhaps are you around?
Yeah, I just landed in Vienna yesterday.
Yeah, so they're in Vienna
last night, so I
will be able to join us for
that
this
in the
GLC,
business. Yeah,
Usually Bob tends to be also there as well.
Well, I usually throw parties at BLFC. Man, my parties are sick, but not this year, and I'll tell you about that during the business office hours.
There will be a huge chunk of the team there, and like Nex said, a whole bunch of community members will be there as well. So come chat and hang out. We're probably going to do like a little mini Q&A. So like if you have any questions at that time, we'll be there as well. And yeah, it'll be a fun time.
We will
lots
also
of
have
stickers at you too.
Yes,
Lots of Resonite oriented stickers and fun things like that.
and I know we have a projector as well, so hopefully we'll have a portal set up for a while.
So if you aren't able to join us in the physical, you can join us inside through Resonite, because there will be an open session for that, so you can say hello to us inside of Resonite too. Also, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who also attended that anniversary event. It was one of the largest events that we've actually had this year inside of Resonite so far. It received such fantastic feedback from all the users. Everybody had a really good time and were fun just going around stamping their books. And we also had many sessions. Obviously, we had over around 73 submissions for the different sessions that were open throughout the time. And I thought that the event was so successful because it actually reached all different time zones. I think that was a really great idea, to where the whole event was 12 hours long, but it even extended out past that. More people were also partying even past and after the time, but at least it was able to reach out all around the world because we have players inside of Resonite that reach all demographics and all places around. But yeah, thank you for that. It was probably one of our best anniversary events that we've had, and we definitely will be doing more of that.
All right. There is another thing I'd like to extend thanks to all those that have helped us create Resmonic itself. As soon as you walk outside of the spawn room, you'll see an entire wall of credits that has everyone that has contributed to creating the world. Whether it be helping with protoflux, optimization, building the models, the concepts, etc. They're all there.
Definitely. I was just gonna say, all of you like really outdid yourselves with that world. I think it is very, very nice. I love all of the like interactive elements spread out across it, and all the like music responsive stuff. It's awesome. The art team and the community members that assisted with it, like, yeah, you guys are great. Thank you so much.
It was an amazing
better
collaboration.
myself. I believe that we can now go on to our business section for office hours, right?
Yeah, yes. I don't have slides this time, and let me explain why. So I landed in Austria last night at like late at night, and I'm really jet lagged, and I woke up early in the morning, and I was basically doing like networking and pitch meetings all day. I spent all week doing lots of pitch meetings, and through circumstances, maybe Resonite can into space. So in 1 week, between myself and my various business partners, we pitched NASA, we pitched Space Force, we pitched the Egyptian Space Agency, and we're going to be pitching the Austrian Space Forum and a few other small European space agencies. So it just so happened that in a 1 week time span, we're just all like pitching every single space agency we can get our hands on. And it's all just like coincidence. It's just like everyone was just working independently on everything. So we're really excited. In fact, there is a member of the, there's an astronaut on the ISS that has a VR headset and is aware of Resonite. So we're just like, let's see if we can, have a conversation there. So we're like really focused on some space stuff right now. We've been showing off a lot of the amazing worlds that people have been creating, and I just kind of want to do a shout out to the public, saying like, hey, if you make like really high quality space worlds, like, you tie into various different APIs that like, NASA produces, or like there's like that earthquake observatory that from MMC 2024, we've been showing that one off, that uses like the live earthquake data, models it on the planet. The Weavers team last weekend did a hackathon, and they tied in like multiple different APIs from NASA to simulate asteroid collisions with the planet. So you could like customize like the specs of an asteroid in the target location, and it will like simulate like that happening. And they actually won a NASA hackathon in the Japanese city of Ube. So big shout out to the Weavers Labs team for their amazing accomplishment. I was actually at, so because of the shutdowns going on in the United States, there was going to be a hackathon at Kennedy Space Center, but because that building was shut down, the NASA and Space Force decided to have their hackathon at the incubator that EAM helps manage. So we actually got to host a bunch of people from NASA and from Space Force at our business partner's location. And then the following day, the director of the museum was so enamored by us that he introduced us like on base with Space Force, and we got a pitch formally. And they're interested. They're already sending out follow-up emails. So like, I'm just telling the community, go out there and make amazing space content, because like the stuff that we've been showing them has been like blowing the minds of every space agency that we've talked to so far. So, go out there, build great space related worlds, and maybe Resonite can into space.
I was hearing, was one of them also asking if you could be upside down in VR?
Oh yeah. So one of the worlds, it was like oh man, I gotta go find this world. Give me like 2 seconds.
Oh, well, okay. Give me like 2 seconds. Okay.
Okay. One of the things.
Okay, it was the SMM spacecraft station. I found the world. Okay, because I have it in my home world as an orb. I'm like, wait, I need to see that. So it's the SSM spacecraft station. In that one, you design your own space station. This Japanese. I met the creators of the space station. They're Japanese. They're amazing. And it's like both in Japanese and English. And they built a way so you can design your modular space station and then hop in a rocket and blast off into space. And it'll have like a docking procedure, and it'll feel like you're in a spaceship. And once you dock, you're in 0G with a space station, and you literally have to move around by pushing off of walls. It's like absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, you got the world orb out. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So
there you go.
yeah, you gotta check out that world orb. It's super cool. Shout out to the creators. A couple other worlds that we were looking at was the Earthquake Observatory world. Someone uploaded the ISS space station. So I've been showing that off. That model is gorgeous, by the way. I think it was just called ISS Space Station. I'm just doing, it was just the International Space Agent Station by ESNA. Let me grab the world orb for that.
I got it.
World orb. Oh, you got it? Okay.
International Space Station.
That one is great. Let me grab the earthquake. Can you grab the earthquake observatory?
Yes, as well as while I'm here, I'll also grab this one too. Get world orb.
In our
the Nexicon space station.
Yeah. Also the Nexicon space station. That one's really cool. Like
and our users could actually even take inspiration from these worlds and kind of see, get like a idea of how they could actually build something more and additional.
Yeah. So, I mean, everyone, I want to thank all the members of the community that have been creating really, really cool space stuff. We've been showing it off, and if you publish something that is amazing, then you might be able to get people using it at various different space agencies, and it might inspire them to ask, hey, can you build this sort of thing that's similar to one of the worlds? So yeah, just go out there and everyone go into space.
I'd like to note one of the next projects sometime we'll be doing is a project based off of the Apollo Reconstructed project that Fruits wanted to make in the past. It's one of the next upcoming things we want to focus on. That'll be exciting. TLDR on that, imagine taking, photos from, the astronauts that took them years ago, running them through 3D scan software, and creating, nowadays we can use Gaussian splats, but 3D scanning models, it'll be crazy to see.
It's gotten much better over time. Yeah, it'll be amazing to see those new reconstructions for the space. I think we're in perfect
more
time
details over time. You.
Well, business-wise, we've been pitching to a lot of people. We've been signing deals. Things are going well. I'm in Austria right now, working on, one of a large client, as well as potentially talking to some, very, very large enterprise stuff. but also like universities, other government organizations, a few businesses. Like things in Europe are very very interesting. Hopefully, maybe I can get over to Germany, the Czech Republic, and Belgium at some point during my trip. But I'm going to be here for like, I don't know, maybe 2 months. So my time zones are going to be a little bit off, hence why I was a little bit late. It's like an hour later than I thought it was. So anyway, that's all the business updates I have for now. Sorry, no slides today. But I assure you, line is still going up.
Thank you for that, Bob. Thank you. Okay, well, this is the at our end of the stream, so we actually have collected quite a few questions, and I guess we can go and start from the top and see what we got. So our first question that we have is from Navy. Is there going to be a Halloween contest? There won't be a Halloween contest, but there will be a Halloween costume parade. So definitely, if you've been making out a costume, please join in for that, and we'll try to get something special for everybody who's participating in the costume parade. Okay, our next question is a question to the content team. There is a mysterious duplicator tool in Resonite Essentials Tools MISC. Is it new? What does one do with it? Asks Bablar.
So
It's actually an older tool that we decided to put back in there.
yeah, because folks wanted it back, as well as it does have its uses. It's more of a very niche tool. So it doesn't have a custom visual yet. I'm going to be designing one at some point, but I figured I'd add it in there for now. So say, for example, I want to duplicate this. I could either just go in and duplicate it via this, or if I have the tool equipped, I just grab it and click the trigger, and it just duplicates it just like that. I actually used it for Resmonic for some niche like plant placement. And now we have a collection of pumpkins.
A whole pumpkin patch.
It is located under Resonite Essentials, Tools, and Miscellaneous.
Yep, absolutely. And our next question we have is from Shining Hero. Could that vine generator be augmented to follow a Bezier curve instead? Bezier curve.
Someday it can be. The scope of setting the original one up is just to get the old tool that I've used to create the vines for the Cloud Home tutorial, etc., like to at least a usable state so that people can use it in how it was originally used. But that tool actually will become kind of, well, at least redundant compared to the asset placer tool, because I realized it just places these vines around and it's attached to like the different parameters. But what if I just make like, I don't know, a seed object that I put in and then it just grows the vines by placing it like a regular object based off of the parameters you do. But a Bezier curve, there might need to be some features added to it, or to Resonite itself too. Although I could probably do it in Protoflux now. But that's pretty much the idea of the original scope of the old one.
Yeah, and here's another question from Shining Hero. This is probably from before previous when we were talking about Open Lip Sync. So they're asking, would it be possible to hook Open Lip Sync into Blender? Being able to hook audio directly into Viseme generation for an animation will make things so easy.
I think yeah, that would be possible. I mean, someone would have to write a plugin for Blender to get the data in there. But I don't see any reason it couldn't be done. It probably wouldn't even really be super complex. I personally can't say with absolute certainty because I haven't really interacted with Blender's API or anything.
You could potentially do it without a plugin.
Oh,
Hear me out. There is a mode within Resonite that you can enable a world that is called unsafe mode, and what that does is allows a certain set of Protoflux nodes to write data from Resonite to like a text file, for example. And I've seen people do this for like tracking data of their like avatars, throwing into say like Blender for mocap. So I could probably do that instead of like the float values for your movements and rotations for your character. You could probably take the values directly from the Viseme analyzer and even face tracking and eye tracking data too at that point. and put it as like float values that get written over time within a certain timeline. And then you take that data and then you parse it in a Blender plugin that you make in Python.
That'd be cool.
That could also work too. That might be a little bit more indirect compared to just writing a plugin, but
Yeah,
still
that's
possible.
There are all kinds of possibilities that stem from such an open source project existing. This actually is extra exciting because like pretty much the entire like VR space, all of the social games at least have just kind of had to put up with that existing old kind of crufty library that is proprietary and not cross-platform, and you know all of these downsides. And this open source alternative springing up and existing. Again, thank you, QB. Please forgive me. Kyubi? Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you so much for making that a reality. Because I feel like there are going to be a lot more players than just us that are going to appreciate that library existing.
Yep. And Freaks had a response on that saying you need CLR.net runtime in Blender to run it inside of it there, or just wrap the library on command line tool. That'd be easier. The library is standalone, so you can use it outside of Resonite. Cool. Thank you for that question. And our next question is from Yummy DevTool. Are the official Resonite worlds CC0?
CC BY 4.0.
There you go.
That'll be your answer. If you need more information on it, I recommend there is a website for like looking at the different various licenses, but within our help tab inside of Resonite as well as on the wiki, it is documented there on like all the assets that we've made for all the different worlds and in the essential as well. So if I recall, it's under help tab, links and resources, or was it about? Under the about tab, it's the last category down on the bottom left and the last subcategory there.
Thank you, Aegis.
The next question is maybe for me. New merch when?
Yeah, new merch when, asking from Yummy DevTool.
Didn't we just do some new merch that just dropped? There's an awesome shirt. Check it out. It is baller.
It was for our 2-year anniversary. It has like the talking about the block party. So it's really cool. It even has like sessions on the back of the shirt. It's quite nice. Which I would imagine that's going to be a little bit like limited edition type thing. So pick it up while you can.
Oh yeah. So get it while supplies last, even though it's a print on demand service and they'll print as many as you want, but get it while supplies last.
Yes.
Limited time only.
In the sense of it probably won't be there for next year, because next year we'll have a different one with a different date, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It does have to be a date on it.
Yeah. But yeah, we should keep doing some new merch ideas. So get on that creative art team, people. Like make art, put it on a shirt, and then sell it, and then I will count the beans. So let's just go ahead and put the link to the store in the chat. Make that nice and big, and then you guys can grab that and put it right there. So buy merch because I like counting beans, and they're merch beans are my favorite beans to count.
Absolutely. But yeah, thank you everyone who has submitted out questions, and thank you again to all the people that have been here today. Bob, Godly, Aegis, and Rue. This was a really good recap stream, and we will be out and about having a good time out in reality. I know that I'm going to be prepared out to go and see my friends here, and I'm very excited, looking forward to that. And we will see you for our next recap next month. And
see you at BLFC.
Going across the country there.
Yep.
I'm gonna fly for 6 hours.
Yippee. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching for
Father's 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.